Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Glorious Omni, being accompanied by my boy.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Azure Mage. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Man,
Thank you for asking. Thank you very much for asking. Azure, I gotta be honest with you, man.
what's up?
We're gonna have a show today. We're gonna have a
Yes,
show
we
today.
are.
Because we've had some good interviews so far. Had people come in, talk about their experience with the CWF. However, we're not doing that today. What we have is a very special interview with an actual CWF superstar.
Yes, we do. They have made quite an impact, by the way.
That they have. Let's just, you know what? Let's not keep the people waiting, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
We've been teasing for like almost a minute now that we're doing something special, and it's because this person, man, it just hold on. Let me take a drink real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting. We already got a high rate.
I got to prehydrate. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the Pacific Northwest Division of CWF, please welcome your Empress and mine, the one, the only, Empress Nero! Welcome to the show!
Hey, I'm Nero, and I am here to party with these plebs. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about how amazing it is to be part of the Pacific Northwest Division. I am here from Chaldea with my furry friend Fu. Oh my god, look at him, so cute. But I am just so looking forward to talking to you guys. You seem like really cool plebs to, chit-chat with, have a cup of tea. So let's get these things started.
She's calling us plebs, yo.
It's okay. Just roll with it. It makes her feel happy.
Anyway, Nero! I'm not sure how I should respond to this. Welcome to the show. Very, very grateful, very, very happy that you could join us today. How was the trip down?
Oh, the trip up to the Pacific Northwest, you mean?
Yes.
Or the trip... Yes. Going back up from Long Beach, then stopping by Chaldea, taking care of some timeline, this and that, and then up to Pacific Northwest, because I'm really looking forward to our next show up at the Pacific Northwest, Sakura Rumble. As you know, as revealed at Long Beach, over at Anime Los Angeles, ALA Annihilation, I started NECO World Order with Litten. You know how I met Litten? Can I tell you a story about how I met this adorable kitten?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Litten definitely made, because I was actually in the crowd during the ALA show, and Litten absolutely killed it.
Oh, Litten is an amazing little kitty. Let me tell you about this. So, my first match ever was at Sakura Rumble last year, and I noticed that one of my competitors was this cute fire kitten. He was just so adorable. I mean, like, I love fire kitten. Everyone loves cats, and I was like, I would like to go for this championship belt, but I think you and Litten and I would make a great team. You would be a great warrior in my gladiator bouts. I can keep you in my menagerie. You can be the coolest fire cat that's ever graced the Roman gladiatorial battle arena. I know this because Litten was a champion that year. I'm not mad at all. I'm very happy for Litten.
I'm saying Litten's the current, if I remember correctly, he's the current Cherry Tempest champion from Sakura Rumble, correct?
Yes, Litten is the current champion of the Sakura Rumble. I mean, yeah, I did make it to the finals, but it's okay. That battle with Phoenix Wright, that was a brutal one. I didn't know that lawyers like to party. I thought he would be like one of those lawyers, like, oh, red tape this, like, oh, you need a permit to have a party, because I just wanted to have a party. I wanted to have a good time up in Seattle. People are just so dour. I say, you guys need a sexy party over at the Sakura Dome. They have like this place called the Sakura Dome where it's like, ballroom dances, but I think that place needs a little bit more kick to it. I think we need a sexy party up in there. And with that belt, I was going to say, like, let's bring more hedonism. Let's bring in more partying. Let's bring more debauchery. Let's bring in more of that Roman-style degenerateness.
To be perfectly honest, I do remember going to that after party, and that was actually pretty lit. Not gonna lie.
Yes, any party with me, Nero, is gonna be lit. It is going to be fire.
Even more so now that you quite literally have Lit 10 involved, yeah?
Yes, Litten is part of my Neko world order. And I'm just very happy that even as an emperor, an empress of Rome, I do have a few brands that I enjoy shilling out. Not only just Neko world order, but I also have my Nero bathwater. It smells of roses and burning. You too can bathe like an emperor with Nero bathwater, coming soon to CWF Products and Entertainment.
Good for hydration.
I keep forgetting that you were selling that after SakuraCon as well.
I could never forget that. I heard about that. I heard about that at ALA Annihilation. I haven't forgotten it since. It's something that just sticks with you.
Unforgettable.
Nero, that is absolutely wonderful. So we actually have some questions for you today. If you would be so kind as to bestow your infinite knowledge upon us, if that is okay.
Oh, it is perfectly fine. I don't mind sharing this information with plebs who would like to get to know me better.
Well, not just us, but our watchers in the CWF universe would like to get to know who Nero actually is. So, my boy Azure has come up with a wonderful set of questions. So, if you want to go ahead and kick off and ask off the first one, let's find out.
By all means, I would love to. Okay, Nero. As a servant to the throne of heroes and the Empress of Rome, what really was your motivation for being part of the CWF? Was this by your choice alone, or are you doing it because your master asked you?
It was, of course, by my choice alone, because I, Nero, have many forms. Sometimes you might see me as Bridal Nero, but of course, I come to you today in my idol threads right now. One time I was scrolling along an idol convention in my idol threads, and I was thinking to myself, what better way for me to promote my idol type behavior and my idol identity by going into the Pacific Northwest Challenge of Sakura Rumble. I thought I could give out the friendship bracelets, I could have everyone lighting up their light pens up for me, and I could be a real idol there, because I was so disappointed when the Pacific Northwest Idol Festival did not invite me, Nero, Emperor of Rome, as a guest. So I decided I'll just waltz right into SakuraCon over at the Sakura Rumble and get that audience cheering for me, Nero, Emperor, Empress of the best empire in the entire world, Rome.
It clearly worked. You ended up making it all the way to the finals.
Yes, I did, and it was a glorious time. But that, again, Phoenix Wright was a very interesting competitor to go up against. But again, I wasn't sure that lawyers really like to party. I remember also going up against this pirate, this red gentleman. I really had nothing else to say to him, but yar! I mean, and then there was this person in tight leather, because as you know, every sexy party needs a few gentlemen in tight leather. I believe his name was Kamen Rider, and I thought he would be a great fit for one of my sexy parties up at the Sakura Dome. And you know what? Even in the after party, he still had a very lit time.
There you go. There you go. You know, they say ain't no party like a lawyer party, because a lawyer party, well, he's a lawyer, so he knows how to talk. So if the cops were to show up, he'd be able to find the legal loopholes and get out of it. Therefore, a lawyer party can get away with anything. So if you imagine if you combined the Empress party with the Phoenix Wright lawyer party, that would be unstoppable, because you would have the glory of Rome in one hand and all of the legal loopholes of the United States in the other.
That is a glorious combination. I like it.
Yes. So
that's just chiming in for just all sorts of trouble. We condone it.
I do.
I would say I'm down. So
we have this pleb down to party, and like, Azure, are you down to party with all the loopholes in mind? Because remember, Anime Los Angeles, we call it the Hyatt, the hot yaoi and titties.
I'm always down to party, so yeah. But
All right, you're invited to the party.
I guess we're partying after this, Asher. Let's go, brother. Let's go,
Yeah,
my boy. Let's go, my boy.
let's go.
I got my stick. I got my stick. We're ready. We're ready. It doesn't light up anymore, but we're ready.
Of course, I'm always invited to my various baths. I do have a resort up in the UK. In fact, there is a city called Bath where you can bathe in Rome's glory. There's even a statue of me in there, so I appreciate that there's a city of Bath and some glory to Rome still alive in today's world.
We'll try to keep that in the B-roll. But also, Nero, you also remember it wasn't just Phoenix Wright and Kamen Rider. You also had to go up against 4Kids as well. 4Kids.
Oh, yes.
4Kids.
4Kids. Ugh, that thing from from Anime Los Angeles. Oh, he was not fun at all. He's still not into parties. I mean, I'd rather party with Phoenix Wright than that bloke.
I mean, he did try to censor your parties over at Soccer Rumble, remember? That was like the first time he decided to come in and just try to take over.
You cannot conquer the Roman Empire. You cannot conquer a party hosted by Nero, because if it's gonna be our downfall, I will cause that downfall, and I know how to cause the best and the glorious downfalls of them all. I will not let a jerk like 4Kids Entertainment, Mr. 4Kids, that little boomer in his little mustache, take over and conquer my parties, because he's no fun. I don't like him, and I don't like his mustache either.
It's not a very good one. You know who has a nice mustache? Darby the Gambler.
You know what? He seems like he likes to party because he likes gambling. He wouldn't much have fun in my den of degenerates.
Ooh, maybe. So speaking of, you talked a lot about Soccer Rumble, your rivalry with Phoenix Wright as well too. You've made quite the scene in the Pacific Northwest division of CWF, especially as showcased at Anime Los Angeles this past year. Do you have any plans or challenges to come to the main branch of CWF?
To the main branch of CWF? That's a very good question. Well, I see that Fanimania is on the horizon, and I have my sights set on Fanimania this year.
Oh.
I hear that it has a roster of the best, and that is missing some Roman flavor to it, because I want to bring in the glory of the Roman Empire to Fanimania.
All right.
I mean, not gonna lie, Nero. The differences between Soccer Rumble and Fanimania are very, very big. I mean, because the crowd that Soccer Rumble brings in almost equal to Fanimania, but Fanimania can also get even bigger. So, do you think you're up for the challenge for handling that?
Accept that challenge, and I will introduce the world to Nero bathwater if I have to, because they'll all know the glory of what it is like to bathe in my bathwater. That is more clients for that. The bigger the audience, the bigger the money, the bigger the glory, the bigger the win.
It sounds like she's got some strategies, some plans. She's gonna need it because well, as I'm sure you're aware, the current CWF champion is probably the ultimate challenge that you might be coming up against.
Yes, I did see that match at Anime Los Angeles while bathing in my bathwater. I was watching it from the monitor of my suite at the Hyatt Hot Yaoi and Titties Hotel, and I was like, you know what? That furry creature is good. I like this challenge.
Do you have any words for Shadow, since we're here and on topic talking about the main roster?
Shadow, I wonder if you can handle the glory of the Roman Empire. And I also wonder if you can party like a Roman at the Sakura Dome like we did. Can you make it lit?
That's quite a declaration.
Shadow the Hedgehog, if you're listening, the gauntlet has been thrown down. We'll see what happens at Fanime. Whew, it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, that's. I mean, just thinking about how Fanimania keeps growing and growing every year, and how the competitors keep getting more and more not only wild but also intense. But now we're adding but also adding the flames of the Roman party empress to the mixture.
There is a reason the Roman Empire to this day is still known as one of the greatest empires throughout history. So
I mean, you guys still make memes about the Roman Empire, so we're still relevant to this day, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Of course.
I mean, shoot, we get like whether you want to or not, you get reminded of the Roman Empire. You get reminded of the Roman Empire every March.
Yeah, there's no evading.
There's no evading it.
Julius Caesar, what a mid-tier servant. It's all about me, Nero. You should be thinking about me, not some eyes assassinated like mid-tier 2-star. I don't care what his rating is. You need to care about me, Nero, because I am the cutest and the most quiet emperor that Rome has ever seen, and perhaps the world has ever seen.
So how about this?
I mean, I was gonna say, to be perfectly honest, Omni, like from the servants of Chaldea, like, yeah, for Roman, for all the Roman servants that are part of Chaldea, yeah, everybody would rather go to Nero because, like, her uncle's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it has a thing for this anime. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Uma Musume. Of course, my uncle's into it. I mean, he likes his horses, but like, ooh, this anime has horse waifus. Like, okay, yeah, uncle, you do your own debauchery type of thing. I know I'm not gonna kink shame my own family, so you do you, uncle.
Based emperor, no kink shaming, based emperor.
So kids in tuxedo mask wanted to kink shame me and Lydon at ALA, and I'm like, no, we're not having that. And the audience agreed.
Well, Tuxedo Mask doesn't even do anything anyway. So what right does he have? What right does he have to actually even imply anything else? You know. And he was teaming up with 4 kids. You want to talk about that's the one time it's actually okay to kink shame, because 4 kids, really.
Yeah. You see that. I mean, the only thing that Tuxedo Mask really is good at doing is selling out. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
You want to go low?
Here's something I like to see at Sakura Rumble. I do hear that Mars is debuting a brand new outfit. Oh, she has so many outfits at Sakura Rumble, and I know she has a few plans up her sleeve to take down Tuxedo Mask.
Ooh.
I mean, the costume that she wore for ALA was actually quite nice. So.
Yes, she was also an idol too. I wear my idol costume all the time for our cosplay wrestling bouts because I need to show my idol self, and I really feel that outfit is very giving of many of the most prolific female wrestlers of all time. Bodysuit, skirt, jacket. In fact, I was waltzing around WonderCon not too long ago, and a gentleman dressed up as Ric Flair asked me, "Are you feminine Cody Rhodes?" I'm like, "I will take the compliment, thank you very much."
I mean, you do finish your story, so
and you do have the kingdom.
Of course, I have the kingdom. I have the entire empire. And in fact, there was a gentleman at WonderCon that was having a karaoke setup outside. And I was thinking like, this might be the opportune time to sing Kingdom. But however, they were playing my theme, and I was waltzing around the convention, waltzing around that general cosplay area, pretending that I was having my entrance. And then K-Rock approached me and interviewed me.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Not sure what K-Rock is, but like, oh, just tell us more about your costume. Like, okay, Mr. Pleb, who with a microphone.
So, it sounds like being the Empress of Rome, with all of the recognition, all of the popularity, and God forbid, walking among the common people. It's a difficult job, and you go through a lot of hardships and stuff like that. So out of the shows in CWF that you've that you've actually performed in, have you run into any hardships here?
Good question. I mean, there is a hardship of going through a convention, and then sometimes it just smells like Visigoth. Have these people not bathe? Have these people not bask in the waters of Nero bathwater, which I do sell? Do follow me on my typical socials, and my bathwater will be available through Cosplay Wrestling Federation entertainment and products very soon. But I don't know if you've ever waltzed down a convention and that stench. It's enough to take out an entire empire. But not me. I'm going up on that stage, smelling of roses, and then doing my thing to win the title.
Absolutely. Very nice. Very nicely handled. I mean, because again, yeah, you're the party empress of Chaldea, but also being a servant that also helps the masters of Chaldea. You run into your fair share of interesting people. Do they compare to the roster of CWF?
Oh, I've run into my share of servants. Do they compare to the roster? Good question. There are some servants that I know have also transitioned to competing to Cosplay Wrestling Federation. I believe there's that pirate guy. Ugh, really? I have to face him possibly at Fanime? I don't know. But there also is, Arturia. She's kind of been in hiding for a bit, but she is a little knight still in training to be King of Kings. She may have some potential, but she cannot possibly beat this fabulous party girl of Rome. But however, other servants that I'd like to see up there, you know what? I think Astolfo would do fairly well. I do think Jinkei has some potential. I do like me some Jinkei. There's been a lot of new servants that come in and out of Chaldea. There's just a ton that I think that would do well. They would get the audience simping after them. So if there is a servant you're curious about, chit-chatters, please let us know in the comments, because we're quite curious to see which servants from Chaldea would like to join us for a little bout in the ring.
Honestly, that actually is a very good transition to the next question. Yep, it's a good segue. Out of everybody in the roster that you've seen, in not only in the ring but also in the backstage, is there anybody in there that you respect? Anyone that you're afraid of?
While I've not quite seen them perform on stage, I've heard great things about Edelgard in the Pacific Northwest. I hear that they're the current title holder at Kumoricon. I've been hearing whispers that this is one to look out for, and I'm quite curious to see how they play out as I bask in my bathwater, watching the show from my glorious Emperor's mansion.
I mean, anybody else?
The confidence during all of these callouts is incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
like I can.
Because we can feel it from here.
Yeah,
it's radiating.
Like I'm kind of like,
better believe it too.
Dude, I feel like I need to grab my sword for defense. I'm like, oh god, she's gonna come after me now, and I don't know how much of a chance I'm gonna have, boy. Azure, I might need your help on this one, man.
Well, you got swords to defeat me, because I have a noble phantasm, which is the glory of Rome. It is a beautiful theater, just coming right down on my opponents in a flurry of red rose petals. Species got nothing on me. Plebs got nothing on me when they face the glory of Rome.
I mean, I've seen it. She summons an entire opera from the ground. She just kind of shoots out lasers.
That's That
Yeah.
It would be a dream of mine to do an operatic rendition of Kingdom at CWF.
That would be wonderful.
Instead of the national anthem of the United States, yeah, you're an okay empire, I guess. But we stand and we sing proud to Kingdom right before the match starts.
I think I get down with that. Imagine like all like 300 people in the CWF all just doing the whoa at the same time. That would be. I would like that. I would
national for the CWF anthem.
I think she's onto something, Azure. I think she's onto something.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, we know the servants that are in CWF, but don't you remember? Fujimaru is also part of the CWF roster as well. I mean, what are you going to do when you have to face off with one of the masters of Chaldea? I mean, he's been kind of doing his own thing, and he's still kind of mad that he accidentally left the Anything Goes belt at home, and then it got taken by the ref. But he's still around. I mean, anything you want to say to him if you have to face him in the ring?
I don't really have much to say for someone who's hiding, because if they're hiding, let them hide so I can take my glory. However, I do have some words, well, a few words for Gilgamesh. You know what? I forgot you may have existed, but you keep babbling on Babylon about how you're so cool and you're so rich and you have like the best empire in the ancient world, but no, it's all about Rome.
Wow. Chat. Looking at chat wants Quetzalcoatl to be part of the roster. I mean, that's some lucha action right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, I'd be down. I don't want to talk. Yeah, I don't want to talk anymore because we are in. I like luchadors, but that fight would be a fight for the ages. Can you imagine a triple threat between Quetzalcoatl, Empress Neo, and the King of Kings Gilgamesh?
That'd be quite interesting. I mean, because you got Babylon, Rome, and the Aztec as just the South American empires just facing each other. That's
basically the world war to end all world wars right there. Like you've got the three major powers throughout history, like all fighting each other. So like,
will there be a ring left? Who knows?
Probably. We would win that just because we get to witness it. I don't know who'd be left standing. Like I can already, I can already see the gates of Babylon opening and all of Gil's swords, spears, and weapons just flying over, and then Nero stands there and she's like, "Ha, peasant!" Raises the giant opera house. And then, like, the laser stuff starts shooting, picking off each weapon one by one. But Gilgamesh is super cocky, right? So he's all like, "You fool, you dare look down upon me." Jumps up just a little bit higher, whereas Nero does not look up because how dare this person does not... Nero looks up to nobody. Snaps her fingers, the laser start... Oh, I could see that. That'd be a fight of flexing. Oh my god.
I don't know if we have the paper.
My empire. However, there is a dream match now that you mentioned. I would like to see all Arthurs go up against each other because I know there's Gentleman Arthur, there is Miss Saber Lily. She's still in training, but I think she has potential. And another Arthur from the Legend of Monty Python.
Yeah, I would argue that's the best Arthur just because he can break the fourth wall.
Based.
And he's a very interesting rider class alongside with him was just coconuts.
Are you suggesting that coconuts migrate?
Perhaps.
So now, actually, here is a good question about the Neko World Order. Now, because you made that declaration during ALA, does that mean that you're the main manager of the Neko World Order?
Of course. Not only I run my own bathwater, please buy my bathwater, gentlemen. I also run Neko World Order, and we did make our official debut at Anime Los Angeles, but we're going to have our first tag team match at Sakura Rumble. I will be watching from afar, and then I will also have a brand new challenger showing up to fight alongside Lydon. I found this brand new challenger as I was going through my parties, as I was partying up over on the west side of Hollywood. And this little fighter, she's got some bite.
Ooh. Care to delve into any information, or is that just we have to wait and see?
You're going to have to wait and see at Sakura Rumble when I introduce this brand new competitor to the NECO World Order.
Who is the third member of the NECO World Order? Very interesting. Very interesting. Sakura Rumble. It's coming up soon. That's where we're going to get the answer.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my brand new organization, NECO World Order, to introduce to the CWF universe. And this is just where all of us fighting kittens and kittens at heart can get our claws out and scratch and pounce and bite and scratch and take naps.
Very important.
And win.
Very important.
So, Azure, she's got a hell of a faction building up. Would you agree?
I would say so.
Like they already like if the formation was an ALA, like Litton and Nero they dominated 4Kids and Tuxedo Mask. That's all I gotta say. It was absolute domination is what that was. And now they have this mysterious third member, possibly even expanding. Assuming there's gonna be expanding more members as time goes on. Correct?
Absolutely.
However, now I believe you're relatively kind of new to the CWF. Yes.
Yes, I'm new to CWF. I've only been a part of the organization for about a year.
So, and this may or may not be kind of like appropriate, but I've enjoyed our time together so far. But I do feel like I should let you know that there is another faction that's currently in the CWF, and they've been fairly dominant for the past couple of years now. It consists of Loki, Mr. Satan, Darby the Gambler, and led by Victor Von Doom himself, the current reigning CWF Blackout Champion. They're known as Doom's International Latverian Forces. What do you make of that? And do you have any thoughts on if you guys were going to like collide, if there was going to be some kind of like confrontation between you guys, how do you think that would go about? What strategies would you have? Is taking down Doom's international forces, is that something that's in your sights, or is this like the first you're hearing about it?
Well, I do have a few words for the DILFs. Meow, 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 hiss, hiss, hiss.
That's quite powerful.
We're not translating that because we would absolutely get canceled on all social media. So if you understand cat, good for you. We're not translating that for. Those are very savage words. Oh God.
Yeah, Doom. If you're listening, yeah, you better watch out because this world order is on the rise.
They really are. They're forming fast. They are. I guess we're gonna after a very dominant showing at ALA. I guess we're gonna find out just what else they're made of at Sakura Rumble.
Yeah.
NECO World Order, we have the claws.
Absolutely. So being you're a very well-traveled individual, as you can see. You came from worlds that my little pea-brain mind can't even fathom. Coming over to CWF.
And time periods and singularities, because we're all about that time travel, fixing up the timeline, fixing up all these anomalies. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. But you've also competed, at this point, you've also competed in both CWF's standard division, the normal division at Anime Los Angeles, as well as CWF's Pacific Northwest division. Do you have any thoughts on the two differing divisions and stuff like that? Or to you, is it just, more people for you to try to beat?
Oh, it's just fun. It's more people to meet and more people to show what the glory of Rome is made of. Of course, the Pacific Northwest has given me the opportunity to also run my own empire within CWF NECA World Order, so I appreciate that opportunity given by the Pacific Northwest, and we look forward to bringing that again and again through the main matches of CWF.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Do you just have plans for the the Cherry Tempest Championship up in SakuraCon, or we mentioned Doom's International Avarian Forces earlier? Do you have plans on going after? Do you have plans on going after the Blackout Championship? Our current CWF Heavyweight Champion, Shadow the Hedgehog, also is the carrier of the Supernova Championship. Is that on your rivals as well?
Well, these are things to think about. Of course, my schedule at Chaldea does keep me busy with the time travel, so we'll see what happens in the future.
Very nice. Very
So
nice.
you do plan on putting more of those belts in your laurels, huh?
Of course, because I am the Emperor of Rome. Of course, I'd like to keep these belts as part of my treasures, as part of the glory of Rome, and I want to show that Rome is the best empire in the entire world, run by little old me, and of course, with our belts, it's a reason to celebrate and party it up.
The party after that victory is going to be absolutely enormous. They're going to be the hangover will last probably about a year, from what I can tell.
Everybody get the hangover cures ready.
There you go.
Well,
Got it right here.
Yep. Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Well, Nero, this has been quite a very interesting and eye-opening interview.
This might be the most intense interview we've had. I've been on edge this entire interview because the sheer force of your aura coming through the screen, like the force of your aura coming through the screen, I can feel it like weighing me down right now. You have such a commanding presence about you. It's a little intimidating. A lot intimidating, actually.
I know it's the crown, it's the leather jacket, it is the NECA World Order, and I just came back from taking one of my legendary baths because I bathe in Rome's glory.
My boy, I got nothing for that. She clearly does. You can look at her. I got nothing for that, man.
Calm down on me. It's okay, man. It's okay. Just take another. Hydrate again, man. Just say. But no, really, Nero, it has been quite a pleasure to have you on the show and being able to interview us, the Pod Boys, for the CWF podcast. Do you have anything to say to anybody out there in the chat or out there in the roster that could be listening right now?
Not much else to say, but I look forward to NECA World Order reigning in supreme at Sakura Rumble next. Oh yeah, it is next week. I just realized that. Oh, too much partying just makes me. We'll figure it out. But I look forward to NECA World Order taking over SakuraCon next week.
Any words for current CWF Cherry Tempest champion?
We love you, Lydon.
There you go.
That mass respect.
Yeah, Nero, this has been incredible. It's been an absolute honor to have you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck in the Sakura Rumble.
Bless you.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me, Nero, best emperor.
That's
wow.
Do you have any final parting words that you'd like to share? Would you like to plug? Would you like to plug your bathwater one last time?
Yes. Remember to purchase Nero's bathwater. You'll smell of roses and burning because that is the glory of Rome. And you know what? Let's party.
Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Nero, thank you once again for joining us for probably the most intense interview we've ever had. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm the Glorious Omni.
And it's me, your boy, Asher Mage.
Azure, any final thoughts?
I am looking forward to seeing how Soccer Rumble is going to roll out. I mean, it is next week. It is 2 nights.
It's Easter weekend, isn't it? It's the same weekend as isn't it the same
It's
weekend as
weekend. I'm always looking for something to crucify.
Yeah. So it's coming up. It's coming up in it's the 19th and the 20th, right? It's WrestleMania weekend.
Yep.
So.
Wait, isn't also so it's WrestleMania weekend? Isn't also Fangia also happening in that weekend?
Fangia is a week from today.
Yeah, Fangia is next week.
One of my favorite idols is actually going to be the MC of that event. Quite curious to see how well she performs.
Is the Soccer Rumble a 2-night show or just 1 night?
Soccer Rumble is a 2-night show.
Two nights.
And because it's on WrestleMania weekend, I really do think we should stand up for the wrestling national anthem, Kingdom. We will teach Seattle how to whoa.
Oh, this is absolutely great. So, next week we have Fangia coming at you live from San Diego, and in 2 weeks you can witness your Empress and mine, Empress Dio, at the Soccer Rumble. Nero, thank you very much for joining us once again. It has been an absolute honor. For the CWF Backstage Pass, I am the Glorious Omni.
It's me, your boy, Azure Mage.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
Peace.
Party!